Welcome back. It is Fitness Friday, where our goal is to get you in shape, ready for the beach.
Yeah, and you could go to the beach this afternoon. It's looking nice enough, but we
is.
have a little work to do. Today, Desiree Fontaine and fitness expert Dave Parise working on those pesky triceps and the biceps too. Des?
What is she doing?
Oh, okay, yeah. Hey, glad you could join us. Thanks a lot there, Darren, Chris, and Sonia. We're here with our celebrity fitness trainer, our guru himself, Dave Parise, who is owner of Results Plus.
Yes.
Yes, he's here.
22 years.
Exactly. We're going to be working the biceps and the triceps. So let's get right to it. We're going to start with his wife here, who's going to be working as our fitness model, hanging out today to show us what we can do to get our biceps really nice in bulk. All right, let's go down to our first exercise. Where should we start?
Okay, part of the Nuke 25 program, we're going to do some target training. We're going to train the triceps.
All right.
I like to start with this exercise because not only does it train the triceps, Desiree, not only does it do the tricep, but we're going to also work the postural muscles of the back as well. We're going to do a straight arm pull. Perfect posture, proper spinal alignment. She's going to pull her arm straight back. As you notice, just her shoulder joints moving.
Okay.
Okay, and she's also retracting or cracking that egg between her shoulder blades. So not only is she working...
cracking the egg between her shoulder blades, and she's bringing it all the way back.
All the way back. It's not an arm movement. It's a scapula movement. The whole shoulder blade goes back with it.
Now tell me, do you prefer the weights versus the cords? Is there more benefit to using one or the other, or no?
I prefer both.
Okay.
I'd rather you see using a mix and a variety of different forms of application, different forms of resistance.
All right, let's go to the other exercise.
Okay, second exercise is the elbow extension. You see this all the time at the fitness centers. We're going to come on in a little bit. What she's going to do is you got to remember that your elbow is a hinge joint. It's on a fixed axis of rotation, so you just want to stay exactly in one spot. Where you start is where you stay. Come on up slowly, as far as you can right there, and press all the way down.
Now, should we be pumping it, or do you prefer us to like do it in a slow motion?
Okay, there's what's called muscle force and muscle momentum. We want to stick with muscle force to get more emphasis or more isolation in the tricep area, the three heads of the tricep.
Okay.
You don't want to do momentum, so you want to move really slowly. When I say start where you stay, where you start is where you stay, make sure everything is in line. The elbow never comes forward. You see a lot of that in the gyms. When you're coming up on the tricep extension, you'll see people lifting their elbows.
All right, let's move to the other exercise now. Let's go to the next one.
All right,
Go ahead. No, I was going to ask you, tell us very quickly though, how many of those reps should we be doing and how many sets?
Okay, every exercise you see here today, you should be doing 3 sets of 12. Everything right across the board.
Okay, all right, awesome. Now Chris is on the floor. She's going to do...
Okay, she's going to get into
push-ups?
a push-up position. She's not doing a push-up, keeping her arms straight. As you notice, her hands are behind her shoulders. That's a big common mistake. Keep the hand behind the shoulder area. Now, for beginners, I want you to drop the knees, shorten the lever arm. She's just going to come down into an elbow extension and straight up.
Now, where should she be feeling it? I'm going to give this a shot myself and see, because I'm not too good doing regular push-ups.
Okay.
So we're going to do it this way?
Well, first you're going to get in a push-up position.
Okay.
Hold that position, Krista.
Okay.
Okay, bring your hands behind your shoulders.
All right.
Okay, you got to get your feet extended straight out.
Okay.
On your toes for a minute.
Sonia, don't be laughing.
Right there. Okay, elbows going to stay in tight.
Yeah.
Okay, I would never have anybody put their hands on the floor like Desiree. I'll get into that later.
This is what you don't do.
Okay, you want to keep your wrist straight. Now come on down slowly, bend the elbow, keep it close to the side, pause, and come on down.
And on up. Look at Krista.
Right.
Okay.
You only come down that far. You don't go any further. Just like there's a brick wall behind you right there.
Okay.
No further. That's excessive range of motion on this shoulder joint. You don't want to go any further.
All right.
Okay. Again, this is the entire.
We want to be on a dumbbell.
Yeah, triceps are a problem area, especially for women. And it's 3/4 of your upper arm. That's why you want to put a little more emphasis into it. Couple more sets, couple more reps.
Okay, move us to the bicep now with Krista. Let's do the bicep.
Okay,
How are your arms feeling, Krista? Okay?
Fine.
Desiree, we're going to use an unstable surface so we could challenge core muscles as well as the biceps.
Okay.
So we're going to hand her 2 dumbbells, arms along your side. Okay, the most important thing you can do is make sure that you're centered right on the center of that ball. Perfect spinal alignment. Come on up a little. Good, and she's just going to flex the elbow, pulling up. Again, where you start is where you stay. Nothing moves.
This is what you're doing to get those arms fit. This is what it's about right here, that bicep. Now show us the other move. We're against the clock, so let's do one other move for the bicep.
Okay, we're going to add some tube, but you know what? We're going to get a little funky with the tubes.
Okay,
we're going to have
I like that. Get a little funky. There we go,
We're going
Dave.
to add 2 forms of resistance with these tubes. Okay, you have one directly opposing the muscle, putting the most emphasis on the muscle, and you're going to have another that catches another angle at the top, so it makes it really close to a dumbbell.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to add 2 forms of resistance.
2 of them.
Okay.
But you need another person with you or a stable object.
All you need is an anchor. You can just put this under a desk, a chair, some type of an anchor. Also, when you purchase these tubes, they come with anchors, so you could tie them to anything.
All
just
right.
elbow flex, perfect spinal alignment, all the way down. Pause.
And she's just going to be breathing normal as she's doing that.
Yes, it's really normal breathing. Never hold your breath. It's always just exhale, maybe on the exertion. Think of this. When you exercise, if you ever push or you ever pull, you exhale.
Now tell me this very quickly. Pain, no gain? Or
Pain,
what-
no gain. What does that mean to me? Well, it looks great on a bumper sticker, it looks good on a t-shirt,
Okay.
but not for the human body. Sometimes we could be straining.
All right, well listen, if you want more information, if you're even looking for this tubing, you want to know more about the equipment we're using, it's on our website, and we offer a link to, of course, Dave's Results Plus and Hamden's website for more on our Fitness Friday. Make sure you log onto our website. Back to you, Chris and Sonia.
All right, Des, you got 2 anchors right over here, by the way.
I
Two
don't think
anchors
we
if
count
you need
them.
That's a news joke, by the way. Just a little news
I always
joke.
need a nap after those segments. I'm just tired watching it.